Parental discretion is advised for the following program. The Now and Then show is made possible by assistance from the following businesses. Southern Exposure, taking care of all your hair care needs, located on Main Street in Mendocino. M&J's Home Video Movie Rentals, located on the corner of Lansing and Ukiah Streets in Mendocino. And by Little River Construction, Larry Bacon. And Sharon Bacon of Mendocino T-Shirt Company. Merry Christmas.
People gather around the tree with their families and tune in the annual Christmas edition of the Now and Then show. Starring that jovial man about town, that Merry Christmas, ho 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 kind of guy, Odd Bob Avery. This is Kelly Sanger inviting you to join us and our guests for the next 60 minutes as we interview Bernie MacDonald and Marian Mueller, coordinators for a worldwide event, BoDeans band member, drummer Guy Hoffman, local playwright Lawrence Bullock, and clips from different shows to be aired later, and live music is provided by the Now and Then Orchestra. And now, here he is, a man whose own sleigh is redder than Santa's, and he's got 350 reindeer under the hood, Odd Bob Avery.
I caught you all by surprise, didn't I? You thought I was going to be late. No, wrong. Hi, Ork.
How you doing?
Good.
Hi,
good.
Bob.
Okay. Kelly, how are you?
Hi, Bob.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
We'll talk about that later. Okay. And welcome to our audience. What a wonderful audience. Look at this. See how I fake this? I look all the way over here, and then I look all the way over there, and I say, welcome to our audience, you know? But you're good. You guys are hot. Appreciative. We have a good show for you tonight. An excellent show, in fact. And a couple of surprises, right? Going to fill that stocking later, right? Okay. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
And now, a few words from Mikey Rooney.
Don't you just love it when you call someone and the answering machine comes on and says, "We're not home"? Well, D-wah. What I hate is when you call someone and the answering machine plays music on and makes you wait and wait to leave your message. The one that really burns my wires is when the answering machine comes on and says, "This number is no longer in service. We're no longer here. You can leave a message if you want. Go ahead and try to find us." And then they say, "Merry Christmas."
How many guys have you seen like that standing on a street corner?
In Mendocino?
Well, not in Mendocino necessarily, but times are changing.
A
Times
couple.
are changing. I've seen a couple. Welcome back. This is our Christmas show, and we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We have Kelly here as our co-host this evening, and I want to ask you, don't do that. It's alive.
This is by desecrated, what's the word? Donated by
Donated.
Armando.
Thank
who's
you,
out in
Armando.
our
All right.
audience.
Big
Thank
hand
you,
for Armando. All right. No, I want to ask you what your plans are for Christmas.
For Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, Mom's going to come over and I don't think my buddy's going to be here. I have a best friend visiting me from Paris, France. She's in the audience.
Oh.
I don't suppose we could get her to walk up and say hi.
We could. Yeah, maybe.
Come on, Jennifer.
Come on.
Say hi.
Come say hi.
Come on. Get up there.
All the way from Paris,
Yay!
France.
Here she is. This is my girlfriend Jennifer Taylor that I went and lived with in France for 6 months. Everybody knows about my little sojourn there, and she's here visiting. And so anyway, she's out there.
I envy this
anyway.
jacket you
my
have. I
bed.
love it.
Oh, my jacket.
Yeah, you can't get
I'll
that in
pick
this
you one
country,
up.
right? This comes
I'll
from
get you
Europe.
one. I'll pick you one.
Oh, it's wonderful. I want one.
I want one too.
What are you going to do for Christmas? You going to be here all Christmas holiday?
I'll be in California. Yeah, I'll be going back down visiting my parents for Christmas in Santa Rosa.
Oh, well, that's
Just be
nice.
Up here for four or 5 days.
It's never long enough.
I
And
know.
then head back over around the 28th or 29th.
What do they do in Paris for Christmas?
I've never been there. I come back every year here. I don't know. I
You
guess
don't
they
know?
do what we do.
Well, I don't know. I
What do
mean,
we
in
do? What do
Hawaii,
you do, Bob?
they have firecrackers. I wear funny clothes. I do the same thing every year, and when I wore the same coat last year, right? Okay, letters. We have some letters.
Letters.
Yeah.
See ya.
Thanks. Bye.
Yay!
We have 2 letters and I think a Christmas card, I hope, tonight here on the Now and Then show. Okay, number 1, Dear Bob, your movie critics are very cute. Do we have movie critics?
Robert Levin and Mike Levin Evans.
Leventhal?
Levin Evans. Excuse me,
Michael
yeah.
Lemon, how do you say that?
Levin Evans.
Thank you.
Levin and Evans.
I don't think that's quite right. but
Blind Lemon Evans. That's
Thank
it.
you.
Oh.
Okay, their movie was a bust. Where do you get these people? Are they for real? This is Avid Annette from Albion.
Is she talking about the
The
critics?
Yeah.
Were a bust?
No, the movie was a bust.
Oh.
The critics are cute,
I
it
was
says
gonna
here,
say,
yeah. But
oh.
the movie was a bust, but the critics are good.
Right.
Enough said.
Okay, never mind.
Dear Bob, I hadn't planned on seeing Death of a Salesman again until I saw your interview with Chris, and they're talking about Chris Byrne. I was so intrigued that he actually changed my mind, and I'm glad that he did. Thanks for keeping us up to date on the haps around town. Could you have a regular review of upcoming events? Keep up the good work. Forever yours, Noyo Neil. Well, Neil, that's a very good idea, and I think we can do that. We'll have a brief calendar of upcoming events. Bear in mind that this is the Now and Then show, so presenting a current calendar of events on the Now and Then show is kind of difficult because it's now and then, right? Okay. True. Christmas card. See here, Christmas card. Got it? Pretty one, right? Okay.
Where's that from?
This is, with every good wish for a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, dear Now and Then show, I really enjoy the informal and candid approach of your shows. Is this the result of a lot of rehearsal? Or do you just wing it? If you have outlines, notes, or other helpful material, please send it to me. Love, David Letterman.
All right.
David.
Thank you, David.
Look, right there. There it is.
I'm impressed. Right.
Thank you, David, so much. I mean, we have admired your work for years and weeks.
We have to get him
And,
on the show.
We do. We should
we-
get him
we
on the
do,
show,
we
don't
do,
you think?
huh?
Michael,
I
can
think
we do
so.
that? We can do that. Sure.
Mike
Okay.
knows him.
Mike knows him?
Yeah.
Boy, I'm impressed.
Not.
He does, eh? I know he does, yeah. Okay. We have some more things to come, but first, commercial A and B. We'll be right back.
All of us here at Heavy Beer would like to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas!
I like these guys. Yeah. Welcome back. That's great, guys. You're poignant, as Kelly said, poignant. Yeah? Okay, what we'd like to do right now is talk about something, a part of Christmas, which somehow has gotten overlooked in the commercial rush that happens every year. In fact, this year I saw a tree go up before Halloween in Fort Bragg. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I mean, before Halloween they had a Christmas tree up. At least they didn't play the music, but they had the tree up.
It's kind of sad to see that in a small
Well,
place like this.
Christmas has gotten so commercialized that everyone has lost track of what it's really all about. And very shortly, in a few days, an event is going to occur which I think, and I hope, will affect the entire world opinion about each other, ourselves, the whole world situation. And I'd like to introduce a couple of people right now who can fill us in on that event and what's going to happen, a very special thing. May I introduce now Bernie MacDonald and Marian Mueller. Marian, welcome.
Thank you.
Bernie, good to see you. Okay, tell us what this instant is going to be all about.
Basically, the World Instant of Cooperation is a meditation and prayer hour at 4 o'clock in the morning on December 31st.
Okay, let's make this very clear for everybody. We're not talking about New Year's Day now. We're talking about December 31st, which is the day before everybody goes out and parties and celebrates and gets crazy. So you can get up in the morning at 4 o'clock here, which is noon Greenwich time, right?
Right.
And that's why it's happening at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Okay, so it's not the morning of New Year's Day when you're all sick and upset and stomach is full of weird things. No, it's the morning before, okay? And which is very important because a lot of people don't understand that. All right, now, what's going to happen at 4 o'clock in the morning on December 31st?
Basically, at least 50 million people are going to meditate, pray, spend an hour concentrating on the existence of peace on the planet.
Okay, now 50 million people are signed up and committed to do this.
Yes.
And there are another, what, 500 million people that you hope will participate in this in some way,
participate
right?
at the
Yes,
edge,
they're going
yeah.
to endorse it in their force field by their signature on a declaration of this healing, this planetary healing, which we hope will create a 100th monkey effect.
Okay, now you're talking about quantum
Leap in
effect, right?
evolution.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, what is quantum effect? I mean, Einstein fought this for years, but I know there's a rationale to it. Can you do it in a couple of minutes?
Well, it's evolution in terms of the expectation being from animal to human, from human to divinity. We're expecting, and we've been told, that this is the time of a critical change, and there are even planetary aspects that are lining up, and we have an opportunity to turn this event into an upward trend in evolution rather than Armageddon.
Is there, Kelly?
Marian, who originated this idea? Who brought this whole concept together? Any one person?
I think that since the 100th monkey effect originated, the experiment, it became a legend, and then it became a notion, so to speak, amongst people, that we're a critical mass to be of people come together with the same thought for just one instant and drop all of conflict and hostility and differences, and all world's religions come together, and atheists and agnostics included. We could alter the course of the world at this time in particular.
It's true, I believe that also. I was wondering who organized this whole thing for this particular day of 1986.
Can I answer that?
Please do. Yes, Bernie.
Basically, the original thought was by a man named John Randolph Price out of Texas, and he was trying to started a movement which he called planetary healing, and the organization is the Planetary Commission, I believe. He had the basic idea and thought behind it. Was picked up and used and reinforced, strengthened by Barbara Marx Hubbard. who had similar goals. Basically, the existence of some period in time where the entire planet, everyone is concentrating on peace.
Okay, and that's what's happening on the 31st.
That's correct.
At 4 o'clock in the morning, our time, noon Greenwich time.
That's
in
correct.
case any Europeans are watching this, you'll know what time this is, this is happening. Now, it's a very informal thing. There's been no publicity to speak of about this, but I hear about it all the time by word of mouth. Is there a place here in Mendocino or along the Mendocino coast where people can get together kind of formally at 4 o'clock in the morning to sign their declaration of commitment to this thing and make it happen? Are there meeting places?
Basically, there's a number of them. In Mendocino, the Book Loft is going to be hosting a get-together. The Evergreen Methodist Church in Fort Bragg, we just found out, is going to be hosting a get-together. And 10 Mile Ranch, north of Fort Bragg, is going to be hosting a
Okay,
get-together.
so
I would suspect there'd be more.
If anyone out there is interested in participating in this tremendous energy, which we hope is going to happen, and when you talk about 500 million people, it's really, you're only talking about 1/10 of the world's population, right?
Yes.
So it's not a lot. I mean, 500 million is incredible.
But it's that
But when you
mass.
think of the 6 billion people on Earth,
Yeah.
that's a lot, though.
Sure
If you can make 1/10 of the world think together for 1 hour at 4 o'clock in the morning on December 31st, you're going to have something radical happen here.
Something, yeah.
So what were those places again? 10 Mile Ranch,
10 Mile Ranch, Evergreen Methodist.
okay, Evergreen Methodist in
And-
Fort Bragg, and the Book Loft.
yeah.
Yeah, the book loft is moved too. I just found that out. It's not up over Alfonso's anymore.
Oh, okay,
It's,
where is it?
It's this is not art. Isn't that where the old?
Yes.
Right, in
Yeah.
the courtyard, behind Metro.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So remember, it's December 31st, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, this is the day before New Year's Eve, so you don't have to be feeling weird when you do this. Hopefully we'll all get together at 4 o'clock in the morning, set your alarm clocks, get up. If you want to, go to one of those places and commit your energy to a substantial effort to improve the world, the place that we live in, and our relationship to the entire universe by consummating this much energy. It's very important, and I hope you will all do it. Bernie and Marian, I want to thank you very much for being here and explaining this to us. Kelly, you going to be there?
Yeah, I'd like to. That's
Let's all do it.
something really special to be involved in. Everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
We're talking about you out there, okay? You're all going to do it, right?
Sounds a lot better than getting wasted and just going out. And
Thanks
doing
again.
something
And
crazy.
we'll see you all at 4
Bob-
o'clock in the morning
Bob-
on December 31st. One more question? One more point?
I was offering a start.
Oh.
A start
We all do
together.
that. Okay, we'll be right back.
A further statement from Mikey Rooney.
Yeah, it's Christmas again. It's time to spend money you've yet to earn. It's the season to see friends you've forgotten and to try to be at more parties at one time. Me? I'm going south for the holidays. Feliz Navidad.
All right. Welcome back. You know what we have in our audience tonight?
What?
1, 2, 3, 4 very enthusiastic fans of somebody special we have in our band tonight.
All right.
Do you know who we have in our band tonight?
The one in black?
The one in black,
I
yeah.
bet.
Up from L.A., we have a special guest who has been very kind of low-key all night long, Guy Hoffman. He's got a...
Cheers.
BoDeans is the album that Guy appears on. It's a fine album. It's on Slash Records, distributed by Warner Brothers. And I think we ought to just take a moment now to listen to Guy play with the band.
Play a tune,
Right?
Guy.
Guy, you want to come over here and talk to us for a while? Attaboy.
Over here. Have a
All right.
seat. I can very easily move.
How do you do?
Well, welcome. Thanks for coming. Sit down. Have a seat.
Hi, sounds great, Sticks. All right.
Okay.
LA, huh?
Call me Sticks.
So this is the guy here, right? BoDeans. BoDeans?
BoDeans.
Okay, well that comes from Bo Diddley, not Bo Derek, right?
That's
and
right.
Jimmy Dean.
Yeah?
BoDeans. Okay, can you got a shit of that? Take a good shit of that.
I heard nothing. Can you hear him without that little microphone on?
Yeah, do you need that, Mike?
I
Can you hear him? Can
I
you hear him
can
all
hear
right?
fine.
Okay. Okay, tell me what it's like to work with T-Bone Burnett. I love his work.
T-Bone, he did more than any producer would have done for us.
Okay, well, he produced this album. He also played on it, I see.
Yeah, he did
Okay.
play acoustic on a couple songs.
Right.
And
Was good, though, right?
It was
hot?
good. This was the first time in the studio for all of us in the band.
Oh, really?
And he taught us how to function as a band in a studio. And not many producers would bother to help you do that.
Mostly not, yeah. Yeah.
Listen, can you answer a question for me? I've never seen a drum set like that. Could you explain what that all is?
Hey, I've
It's
never
real
seen
different.
one like that myself.
Oh, is that yours? Oh, whose is that?
Well, now and then, you know.
Oh, what is it?
Lawrence, the studio here.
Oh, pretty impressive.
But those are electronic drums, right?
Digital.
Digital, okay, what, digital is electronic.
Right.
Good Lord.
Okay, it means that you don't have a full-bodied acoustic body and then to reflect the
No, but
reverberations
that's
of the
what they got sound
aerodynamic.
for it. They sampled that kind of a drum digitally into this computer. So when he plays it, he's triggering essentially the same thing.
But that looks like my old graduation cap. I mean, how does that sound like a drum? Computer power, right? I never learned how to use computers either.
Computerized drum?
Yeah. Look at I threw away a computerized drum.
What do you like better, that or the real kind?
I'll take the real kind.
Yeah, right.
Why?
Because you can control the sound better.
Really?
Yeah. And you can get more sounds out of the drum.
All right, so there's hope for
Without
humanity, right?
Without pushing all the buttons to get it. You know,
Okay.
It's all in your hand and your stick with the real
Well, how much
drum.
control do you have over the changes in that drum head electronically while you're playing it?
You can make it sound like anything you want. You know,
But you have to remember to push a pedal or do something, right?
Well, it all has to get programmed. The sounds you want have to get programmed before you start.
Uh-huh.
And then, you know, if you want to change them, you have to go to a rack of buttons, you know, to change the sound. You just can't do it with your own hand and your stick, you know.
How long are you going to be up here?
I'll be up here
Well, I might be up here for New Year's.
All right. Right. You might play with the band, maybe?
Perhaps.
Maybe. Well, that'd be good. Okay. Thank you very much for coming. We're going to hear some more of you, right? Yeah.
See you later.
Thanks.
All right.
Number 1, this is Heavy Beer. Number 2, my name is Geraldo Rivero. Number 3, you're on Candid Camera.
Oh man, what you doing?
Pretty good. It's been a heavy time. It's been a heavy time.
Heavy time?
Yeah.
Hey, well, we're having lots of beers, man. We've just been really having a good time. Hey, Merry Christmas, man. We're having a great office party, and we're glad you all showed up for this.
Hey, an office party without this heavy beer is like...
It's like a heavy beer without an office party.
Artiste. No question about it. Oh, yeah. Nice. Can you duplicate that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You had to say yes, right? Okay. Listen, I understand that you're going to be singing.
Yeah, I am. On New Year's Eve.
Right.
At the Hill House.
Right.
And
you're going to be there with John
Bob
Gilmore.
Yeah. He's
Bob
playing
who?
piano. Bob Ayers.
Got it right.
I've been saying
okay,
Bob
good.
Avery all night.
Okay. And who else?
Bob Ayers is going to blow his horn, and Kiyoshi's going to play bass.
Right.
And this man from San Francisco is going to play drums. So it's going to be a quartet, and I'm going to sing. There's no cover charge. Starts at 9:15, and there's going to be food and dancing.
The whole works.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. So
Okay.
you
You're
guys
going to
come,
sing
we can
for
make
us
it.
a little bit later here, right?
Oh, probably.
All right. Okay. So you get a sample of what she sounds like tonight, and then you can go see her on New Year's
Well,
Eve.
it'll sound a little different on New Year's, but...
Really? Oh, yeah. Oh, why?
Well, because it's a different type of music, but...
Oh, music. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Same voice.
I was going to dig down in the stash back down here. We have many strange things down here,
Put that in there.
you know, but I prepared myself and brought this out ahead of time. Who's going to focus on this here? Okay, one? All right. One is over here? Okay. You're one too. All right. Take a good close look at that. This is a play, a new musical, which is happening right now at Crown Hall in Mendocino. It is written by Lawrence Bullock, and it is also produced by Lawrence Bullock.
Right.
And it's very fine, very entertaining, and we have, in fact, Lawrence Bullock here on our show tonight.
Yay!
Lawrence?
Put this thing on, huh?
Yeah,
Somewhere.
be a good idea, because then we can hear you.
Oh, great.
Nice poster, too.
Oh, thanks. That was Sarah Forsetter. She designed and
These are,
colored that, yeah.
These are hand-colored.
Yeah, she spent a lot of time doing that.
I'll
Sure
bet.
did appreciate it.
Well, credit to Sarah for hand-coloring all of these posters. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, she's a,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing. In fact, that was a problem at first because I would put them up, and I'd go back a couple of days later, and they would be gone.
Of course.
Yeah, because they became
You can't
collector's
put
items. It's
fine
like
art
Bob,
on a lamppost
right.
and expect to have it, you know, survive.
Who's
for more
like
than
a
day
Bob
or two.
Ross? I think the
Yeah.
he has the same problem. He puts these lovely posters up, and then he can't keep them on the walls
Well,
because people are
Charles
taking them.
Stevenson used to do these beautiful, beautiful silk screen posters, you know, and he'd put them out, and in 25 minutes they're gone, evaporated.
Yeah. So what do you
I
want to know
have
about the show
several.
here? What do you want to know?
Well, I'd
Everything
like to
about
know
it?
what the show is all about.
Oh, well, the show is about Christmas. It's about
Gosh, what a coincidence.
by the time people see this program, the show will be over. And you mentioned it was in Crown Hall. It has been in Crown Hall for 2 weekends, but this last weekend it played in the Under 21 Club in Fort Bragg. We worked out an arrangement with Jim Henderson, who is on the board of the Under 21 Club.
How did you move all the sets and stuff up there?
I have a great technical director, Harry Rothman.
All right, Harry.
Yes. Yeah.
Merry Christmas,
And an
Harry.
excellent crew.
Harry.
And an excellent crew. Scotty Gingell, India Smith Gingell, various other folks. Paul Heller doing lights. We basically ripped everything up, took it up there, and Under 21 has a strange problem. It has no stage. And so we had to basically drill holes into the concrete floor and set and then bolt the set
Wonderful.
to a concrete floor. But it's, you know, all solid and nice.
And it's still there.
It's, no, well, this is strange. It's like, you know, by the time people see this, it will be gone. But we're going to show a clip tonight. And,
Okay. You have a clip of the, the Blue Elves?
The Elves Blues. There's a
Elves
section
Blues.
in the show.
I thought they
Basically,
were
the
Blue
show
Elves.
is that the Santa is very cranky and irritable. And in the beginning of it, anyway, and people can't understand why. Well, it's because nobody believes in him anymore. And this is every Christmas you get all sorts of stories about that, right?
in him.
Exactly.
You do.
Well, the basic premise of it being that, you know, even though you grow up, you don't have to stop believing in Santa Claus. The very idea that you can believe in something like Santa Claus is very special. Gregory Corso, I don't know if you're familiar with him, he's a poet. He said the very idea that we can believe in something like the soul is an amazing thing, even whether it exists or not. You know, I don't want to get into metaphysics here or anything like
That's
that.
okay. You have
But the
paint
very
on your
I have paint on my hands. Yes, I've been doing the set. The very idea that you can think of something as nice as Santa Claus is a miraculous thing. And that's basically what the show is about, is that even though you grow up, you don't have to stop believing in something simply because everybody else says you should. And at one point in the show, Santa Claus, who has been losing strength because no one believes in him anymore on Earth, he's been fading away because he feels that everyone has to believe in him in order to exist. He's been getting cranky, and so then the elves who have had enough of this stuff, they're fed up and going, look, you've got to cool out. And what we're going to see right now is a clip of the elves doing the Elves Blues. They're finally...
Get down, Elves.
Right.
Computer games finished?
Check, and the upgrades are done too.
Dolls?
That garbage pail kid order has us really backed up.
I said, is it done?
Almost.
Almost isn't good enough. Get it done. Oh, dear. We've got 3 days before I deliver these presents. Now let's move it. Move it. Move it. How was your day, dear? Was it snowing again? Oh, great. This will really help us make schedule. I just finished making a new batch of eggnog, and I thought perhaps we could... Oh, no, I'm too busy. I'm much too...
Look out, Santa!
Back to work!
Oh, dear. Oh, this has gone too far.
Sit down, Santa, and we'll put you wise. You should see those rabbits now, they roll down to your eyes. You know you're making sure
Wasn't that great? I love television.
All right.
I love television.
How long did it take you to write that particular scene?
Oh, that particular scene. Well, you see, we didn't write the show in chronological order. We wrote the show in what was easiest to write first, and the hardest stuff we saved to last. And this is one of the hardest things because the tight precision dancing you see in that, and the choreography just took.
Who did the choreography?
James Henderson. He's our director, and
Right.
he put a lot of touches into the show. Oh, before I forget, James Henderson was the director. He's excellent, and Max Forsetter is my co-writer. I don't want to let this go by. 50-50. Yeah. Max, the piano player, and I approached him with a script around January of last year. He said fine. He took a look at it. Around April, we began to really start working on the songs, and by October, when we decided we were going to go ahead and produce it, we were still about 2 songs shy. We began to produce it, and then we wrote the other 2 songs. And so we were
just in that. Boy, pressure.
yeah. Well, no, actually, Max and I worked very well together. We basically did 1 song per session.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Ask a professional musician. Is that not incredible? Yes. All 3 of them. All 3 of them.
Especially since what we decided to do, we did it in the style of Broadway show tunes, which will not allow you to do false rhymes. You can't rhyme mood and few. There's a song called Christmas is Here and We're in a Holiday Mood. Now, it's real hard, right? Well, nude, you can't, you got to gear it to a certain audience. But we came up with stuff like, because their parents are coming unglued.
Yes.
Even the dog's been shampooed. And like Santa Claus will protrude. So what that taught me was What that taught me was the drummer shoots me.
Put it away, Santa.
What that taught us was never try and write a song with mood as the hook word.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Almost lewd.
Yeah. So we finished it up around October, and then it was time for auditions, and then the show ran for an excellent 2 weekends at Crown Hall, and it ran just this last weekend, the Under 21 Club. And if things go well, you should be able to see it on MSET on Marco's show.
Oh yeah?
Great. Yeah.
All
Either
right,
I don't know
good.
when Marco is going to broadcast it. You know, as you know, Marco has his
He's
own
like
little
us
schedule.
now and then. Yep.
Exactly. And it should either be on around 6 or 7. So it's
Which month?
December 26th, this week.
Okay.
This is probably going to air December 23rd.
This will be on, I think, the 23rd
Yeah, the 23rd.
and 25th, right? Right.
Exactly.
Watch the little bouncing ball.
This particular show?
What if people really enjoy it, want to see it again next year? They missed it. Will you
Ask Mr. Producer, you know, that's a hard question.
That is a hard question.
Yeah. Okay,
I
how
doubt
much does it cost?
Oh, how much does it cost? It costs $5.50 for adults, $4 for kids to get in. But see, by the time this is aired, Bob, it won't matter. It'll be over with.
Why?
Because it only plays through the 21st.
Well, gosh,
it played through the 21st.
We all missed it, didn't we?
We're all here. We're all go.
But you can watch it on MSET, probably.
Yeah, you can see it on MSET.
I'm 95% sure of that. As for next year, I don't know. Gloriana wants to do A Mall and the Night Visitors, and that would be really nice to see.
Oh, they still have the sets from that?
Well, I don't know if they
Remember
still have
those?
it. No, I don't. Did
They
they
had
do it
beautiful
before?
sets for that. Yeah, Judy Mann did it years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, they want to do that again, and I would
Yeah,
like to see
we
that.
should ask about that. That'd be fun.
And what I want to do is, get the music in a presentable package, along with the script, and do a little rewrite on the script, and
Do it.
publish it, and have it sent out on the circuit, on the children's theater circuit.
Let's do it.
Are you going to video this? I guess you are.
It's already-
Yeah, it's going to be on MSET. Right.
Yeah, we had an excellent show Saturday night about 2 weekends ago. Yeah, after this is shown, it'll be 2 weekends ago.
All right.
And we had that rare occurrence. Yeah, we did it live, and had a rare occurrence of having Marco McLean was on camera, and he also did the sound. And it was one of those rare nights that you can hardly get in theater production around here, where the show was perfect,
No.
and the camera work
No.
was perfect,
No.
and the sound was perfect.
No.
You know,
You're
all
not-
in
you're
all
not-
in the.
Are you hearing this?
Yeah, sure will.
Okay.
Vista Vision.
Merry
much.
Christmas, Lawrence.
I guess I should take this off.
Yeah, you should take that
Okay,
off.
goodbye, everybody.
Now, we don't know if it's a lavalier or a lavalier, but
Goodbye.
See you, Lawrence.
thanks, Lawrence. Thanks very much. And while we're on the subject of producing, I'd like to bring up a couple of our other local friends here who have recently been to Afghanistan and have made a film, a tape, probably an hour's worth, that's going to be shown on Channel 9 this coming week on the 23rd, just following the Now and Then show. In fact, if you go to the Seagull on Tuesday, the 23rd, you're going to see first the Now and Then show, and then you're going to see this program that I'm talking about now, a tape on Afghanistan called The Fight for a Way of Life, which was produced by Scott and Steve, right?
Scott Andrews?
And Steve Olsson. Or is it Scott Olsson and Steve Andrews?
I think Scott Andrews is the one that does all the good video work.
I know, he did the interactive video that we saw here the other night.
Right.
Were you in that?
No.
You missed that one?
No.
Oh, it was great.
I know he did a beautiful job on the Mendocino postcard, though. The
Yes,
video.
The video
it's
postcard.
Really nice.
That's another gift item you might want to think about, actually.
The Village
Since
Video, isn't it?
this program is going to happen on Tuesday and Thursday. That means if you see it on Tuesday, you can buy this video postcard and send it to your friends. If you see it on Thursday, it's too late. So take your choice. Anyway, A Fight for the Right to Live was made in Afghanistan, and I can't remember the name of the tribes that they followed around who are working very hard to resurrect a principle which has been absent in Afghanistan for a long time, but that's what they did, and it's a documentary, and it will be shown on Channel 9 following the Now and Then show on Tuesday the 23rd. And then, following that, at 10 o'clock, they're going to shift gears again.
11.
How can it be 11 when it's only 9? Oh, okay. They're going to show something else at 11, right? News at 12. I give up. I mean, it's very hard, especially when you don't have cue cards, right? Wait a minute. I can't read that.
I know, I wrote it too small. Hey,
here's a sample of what you're going to see on Channel 9 following the Now and Then show on Tuesday the 23rd.
Afghanistan. In Central Asia, a land of deserts, mountains, and valleys. A landlocked country protected by ranges of some of the world's highest mountains, the Pamir, the Hindu Kush, natural barriers which have helped to isolate Afghanistan over the centuries and have fostered an independent and self-sufficient people, a people who have learned to survive in a rugged, dry, and often harsh environment. Using the most basic of human technology, the Afghans have developed a civilization closely tied to the land. For the people of Afghanistan, religion is an inseparable part of life. Throughout Afghanistan, the call to prayer is heard 5 times every day. 90% of all Afghans are Muslim. In the Islamic faith, the name for God is Allah, who Muslims believe is the same God as that worshipped by Christians and Jews. Until the mid-1970s, Afghanistan was an independent Islamic republic, a constitutional monarchy governed by a mixture of tribal, secular, and Quranic laws. In 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, with over 100,000 troops and some of the most sophisticated weaponry on Earth. Massive destruction has occurred throughout the country as the Soviets attempt to bring a religious, independent, and rebellious Afghan population under the control of a new Marxist government. The Afghan resistance fighters, or Mujahideen, have surprised both the Soviets and the rest of the world by continually frustrating the Soviet army. Today, after 7 years of war, these resistance fighters still control 80 to 90% of the Afghan countryside. In the Quran, the Islamic holy book, permission to fight is given to those who have been attacked by non-Muslims, or those who have been driven out of their homes unjustly. In these cases, Muslims are required to defend their religious beliefs by fighting a jihad or holy war. The word mujahideen means those who fight for the faith. The fighting skills and primitive weapons of the mujahideen have often been the subject of the brief, sporadic news reports to reach the outside world. And after 7 years of war, the world still wonders how these Afghan guerrilla fighters have been able to force the Soviet superpower into a military stalemate.
Okay. Thank you very much for that clip on the Afghan show, and you'll see that again on December 23rd if you're alert, right? Now, I want to reiterate a couple of things.
I'm alert.
That's what the world needs, more alerts.
I'm alert.
All right. New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
You're playing.
Yes, with
Okay.
Bob Ayers and Kiyoshi.
At the Hill House.
At the Hill House.
All right.
No cover charge.
Now,
Yay.
going back to our band, some of our band members will be playing every Tuesday night in January at the Casper Inn. They're known as the Louie Louie Band. And also Valentine's Day, February 14th, also at the Casper Inn, yes?
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday night on Valentine's Day weekend.
Okay. The Louie Louie Band.
Early,
Something
8:30 on Tuesday.
8:30. Why? Why?
So that people can come early and they can leave early, like at 12, 12:30.
Good idea.
Early.
All right. Do you think of that, or somebody
Wear red.
I won't ask. Okay. Here's one more thing I want to talk about. Since we're going to see this and we won't have another show until after this, we're going to get this on take it here. North Coast Singers Opera Theater, and this is presenting in English scenes from your favorite opera, and it's going to happen in January on the 8th, 9th, and no, only 8th and 9th at 8 p.m. I'm reading this backwards and inside out through this poster. Can you believe that? All right.
Directed by Sandra Hawthorne.
Sandra Hawthorne. And if we had her here tonight, she would talk to us about it, but she's not here, unfortunately. And it's at the Helen Shoney Theater at the Mendocino Arts Center. So remember that and check it out. Now, we've come almost to the end of our show tonight, and I feel very sad about that because I hate to have Christmas go away. I love Christmas so much.
It's been pretty fun.
It has been pretty fun,
Nice
yeah.
little Christmas.
Well, look at this tree. This tree
Mondo.
has enjoyed itself all evening.
Mondo.
Yeah, I like this tree.
I like the
And you know what the
seal.
sad thing is? That after Christmas, the tree has to go away. It goes to Christmas tree heaven
Only
or wherever
to be
they go.
back next year.
Next year in spirit.
That's right.
If not in body. Okay. Right. I'd like to thank everybody who's been here tonight. We'll be right back.
This is Blind Lemon Evans with the Levin Evans Video Movie Review, brought to you by M&J's Home Video, located on Lansing Street in Mendocino. Robert Levin is on holiday. This show I'd like to tell you about a heartwarming Christmas movie, One Magic Christmas, starring Harry Dean Stanton and Mary Steenburgen. It's produced by Disney Films, so it's a movie the entire family will love. The story revolves around an angel, played by Stanton, trying to bring the Christmas spirit back to a mother, played by Steenburgen. The plot edges along reality and surreality, and weaves between the two smoothly. The clip we're about to see shows the angel talking to the daughter of the mother one night in the daughter's room. This clip shows some of the effects in the movie. After this, the movie is entertaining in the unexpected way the mother regained her Christmas spirit. On the whole, a very good movie for the holidays. On the 11 Evans scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving One Magic Christmas an 8. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you next year. Now a final statement from Mikey Rooney.
I just wanted to add while I have a chance. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a real Happy New Year. I'll try to send you a card from Punta Prieta, if I can find a post office.
Well, we're back, and unfortunately, we've come to the end of our show for tonight. Well, I can't help it. The guy back there, you see that guy back there? You can't see it, but if you turn around, you can see it. The guy in the booth right back there, he's saying, time's out, all right? So I'd like to thank everybody who's been here tonight. I would like to thank our band. I'd like to thank Guy Hoffman, all right? I'd like to, not to worry, we have it covered. And I would like to thank Bernie and Marian that were here. And I would like to thank Kelly, my co-host, who's a very special person.
Thanks.
And I'd like to ask her to sing for us right now, and I think she's ready.
This is the Now and Then version of Jingle Bells. You want to sing along?
Yeah, you bet. And I'm going to show you what this mistletoe is for.